Welcome back to Exciting Europe.
It's truly difficult to picture a trip to Venice without finding yourself drawn to the magnetic pull of St. Mark's Square. This video offers a captivating exploration of all the key points of interest on St. Mark's Square, without venturing inside any museums or churches. It's a straightforward guide to everything you can admire, from the intriguing facade reliefs and historic cafes to the majestic main facade of St. Mark's Basilica. Following a clockwise route through the essential landmarks of Venice's historic heart, we begin with the new Procuracies, then move to the Napoleonic wing. Next, we explore the old Procuracies, whispering tales of the Republic's long history, before our gaze is drawn to the intricate mechanics of the clock tower, marking time for centuries. We then pause at the Piazzetta of the Lion Cubs, leading us to the dazzling facade of St. Mark's Basilica, a masterpiece of Byzantine art. The towering bell tower comes into view, offering panoramic cityscapes, and finally, we arrive at the majestic facade of the Doge's palace, connected by the melancholic beauty of the Bridge of Sighs.
Completed around 1640 on Piazza San Marco's south side, the new Procuracies, mirroring the old, served as residences and later a royal palace under Napoleon. Beneath its arcades lies Caffe Florian, established 1720, arguably the first coffee bar. Its ornate 1858 interior by Lodovico Caterine offers a historic ambiance, though at a premium price. Even Napoleon himself famously remarked that Piazza San Marco was the drawing room of Europe, boasting over 40 such establishments at the time.
The western edge of Piazza San Marco once showcased the ancient church of San Gemignano. Its Istrian stone facade and dome captured beautifully in Canaletto's 1723 painting. However, in 1807, Napoleon dramatically altered the square's appearance, ordering the church's demolition to create space for a suite of grand reception rooms, including a ballroom. This addition formed a wing of the royal palace, which later became known as the Alla Napoleonica, and today houses part of the fascinating Museo Correr. We have a great video on this channel, linked above and in the description below about Correr Museum. Feel free to watch it.
The old Procuracies line Piazza San Marco's north side, once housing offices and residences of the influential procurators of St. Mark's. Below its arcades is Caffe Quadri. Opened in 1775 by Giorgio and Naxina Quadri, it has been celebrated countless times in writings about the city. This celebrated establishment offers quintessential Venetian experiences with live music and views of St. Mark's.
This Renaissance tower houses an intricate astronomical clock, built 1493 to 1499 by Ranieri clockmakers. Its features include Roman numeral hours, a sun hand, a rotating zodiac ring, and a depiction of the Earth and Moon phases. Above the clock is a Madonna figure, the Lion of St. Mark, and a bell, cast in 1497, once struck hourly by two bronze giants created by Paolo Savine. If you wish to visit Clock Tower as a part of guided tour, scan QR code on the screen to purchase tickets.
Located between the Clock Tower and St. Mark's Basilica, this charming square was designed in 1724. It features a well head and two red Verona marble lion cubs, softened by time and popular with children, leading to its affectionate name.
Imagine a church that shimmers with the history and wealth of an entire republic. Built over centuries, it's a glorious fusion of Byzantine and Western architectural styles, a testament to Venice's far-reaching trade and cultural connections. The 5 grand portals invite you into a world of golden light and artistic splendor, promising an experience unlike any other. Even from the outside, you can sense the profound spiritual and artistic significance of this iconic landmark, the very heart of Piazza San Marco. Perched atop the Basilica, watching over the bustling square, stands the iconic figure of Saint Mark himself. Directly below, prominently displayed, is his symbolic companion, the Lion of Saint Mark. This winged lion is not merely a decorative element, it is the very emblem of Venice, a powerful symbol woven into the city's history, art, and identity for centuries. Behold the horses from Constantinople, a breathtaking quartet of bronze statues that stand as a powerful testament to history's tides. These aren't just beautiful sculptures, they carry a captivating tale of conquest and travel. Believed to date back to classical antiquity, possibly even ancient Greece, they once adorned the Hippodrome of Constantinople. It was in 1204, during the Fourth Crusade, that these magnificent horses were seized as spoils of war by the Venetians and brought to their lagoon city. Today, to protect them from the elements, the original horses reside inside St. Mark's Basilica, with replicas standing proudly in their place on the façade, continuing to captivate onlookers with their timeless beauty and remarkable story. The sumptuous main façade of St. Mark's Basilica unfolds in 2 elegant tiers, each featuring 5 graceful arches. Above, within the loggia, a series of radiant mosaics narrate key moments in Christian history, reading from left to right. The poignant descent from the cross, the mysterious descent into hell, the triumphant resurrection, and the glorious ascension. Below, the doorways themselves are framed by captivating mosaics, each with its own story. The doorway of Sant'Alipio, the leftmost entrance, boasts a remarkable mosaic in its arch, the translation of the body of Saint Mark to the Basilica from the 13th century. This is a true treasure, the sole original mosaic to have graced the façade and the oldest known depiction of the Basilica's exterior. Notably, the horses from Constantinople are already visible in their prominent position. Moving right, the second doorway features an early 18th century mosaic. Venice venerating the relics of St. Mark, a work by the Roman mosaicist Leopoldo dal Pozzo, based on a design by Sebastiano Ricci. The central doorway is crowned by a powerful mosaic from 1836, depicting the Last Judgment. The fourth doorway showcases a 17th century mosaic illustrating Venice welcoming the arrival of the body of St. Mark. Finally, the fifth doorway on the far right displays a 17th century portraying the removal of the body of St. Mark from Alexandria. As we then move towards the majestic Doge's palace, standing in front of the Basilica's south facade, our eyes are drawn to 2 solitary pillars. These aren't just any stones. They are beautifully carved relics from the 6th century, originating from the once grand church of St. Poluctus in Constantinople, a structure dating back to AD 524. These pillars serve as a poignant reminder of Venice's historical ties and the distant origins of some of its most treasured artifacts. If you would like to know more about St. Mark's Basilica, watch a detailed video on this channel, linked above and in the description below.
Now, turning our attention skyward, it's the perfect moment to discuss the iconic bell tower, or Campanile. Soaring to an impressive height of over 98.5 meters, its foundations were first laid way back in 888. We see a square story adorned with 2 majestic winged lions and 2 figures personifying Venice, all watched over by the symbol of justice. Crowning the spire is a radiant golden archangel Gabriel. for a truly breathtaking panorama, a lift whisks visitors to the summit of the Campanile. On clear days, the vista extends far and wide, encompassing the distant Alps. At its base is the Loggia, an elegant structure of red Verona marble inspired by Roman triumphal arches, adorned with Carrara, Istrian, and dark green marble, and reliefs personifying Venice, Crete, and Cyprus. If you would like to purchase tickets to visit the bell tower, please scan the QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description below.
Near the water, marking a ceremonial entrance, stand the columns of St. Mark and St. Theodore. These 12th century granite monoliths, brought from Constantinople, feature Veneto-Byzantine capitals. One is topped by a bronze-winged lion, symbol of St. Mark, and the other by a copy of a statue of St. Theodore, Venice's original patron saint, with his dragon.
Located between St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace stands the magnificent Porta della Carta, also known as the Paper Gate. This gateway dates back to 1438. Its name likely comes from the state archives located nearby. The Porta della Carta is a prime example of florid Gothic style. It is a significant work by Bartolomeo Bon the Elder, whose signature can be found on the architrave. The gateway features a crowning figure of Venice's justice, which is attributed to him. It also likely included the original statues of Doge Francesco Foscari kneeling before the Lion of St. Mark. Today, this serves as the exit from the Doge's Palace Museum. Through these doors, the impressive giant staircase can be seen. This staircase was historically envisioned as a grand stage for the solemn ceremony of the Doge's coronation.
The Piazzetta façade of the Doge's palace is a breathtaking example of Gothic artistry. The ground floor arcade gracefully supports pairs of arches in the upper loggia, each set beneath delicate quatrefoil roundels. Above this rises a formidable wall, standing at 12.5 meters, adorned with an intricate lozenge pattern formed by contrasting white Istrian stone and pink Verona marble. The central balconied window is richly embellished with numerous statues. At roof level, a Gothic tabernacle shelters St. Mark enthroned, flanked by St. Peter and St. Paul, while against the sky, Venice herself stands tall, wielding the sword of justice. Moving from left to right along the portico level, monumental high reliefs with life-size figures command attention at the building's outer corners. At the corner nearest the Porta della Carta, we encounter the poignant scene of the Judgment of Solomon, a masterpiece from the early 15th century. In the center of this facade, a striking tondo depicts Venice as the embodiment of justice, enthroned and guarded by two majestic lions. Beneath her feet, two vices are trampled, while the sea teeming with fish stretches out below. An inscription on her scroll proclaims her dominion: "I rule with strength and justice, and I hold the vices and the sea under my feet." Continuing towards the Grand Canal corner, we witness the biblical narrative of Adam and Eve plucking figs from a tree, its leaves miraculously sprouting to conceal their newfound nakedness. Above this scene stands the imposing figure of the Archangel Michael. As we proceed along the facade facing the Grand Canal, our gaze falls upon a central balconied window, crowned by a statue of Venice as Justice sculpted by Alessandro Vittoria. Sadly, some of the original statues that once adorned this section are now part of the permanent collection within the Doge's Palace Museum. Finally, to the right is the intriguing relief depicting the drunkenness of Noah, with his third son visible a little further along the Rio di Palazzo, his hands raised in dismay at the scene unfolding before him.
From our vantage point on the bridge, we can now clearly see the renowned Bridge of Sighs, or Ponte dei Sospiri. It was specifically built to provide a direct passage for the inquisitors of state. connecting the law courts within the Doge's palace to the adjacent prisons, a route still followed by visitors exploring the palace today. Interestingly, the bridge only acquired its evocative popular name in the 19th century. Bridge of Sighs is a part of the visit to Doge's palace. If you would like to learn more about Doge's palace, watch excellent video on our channel. Link is above and below in description.
And that brings us to the end of our exploration of the magnificent Piazza San Marco. We hope you've enjoyed this virtual journey through the heart of Venice, from its grand architecture and rich history to its captivating artistry and legendary cafes. Whether you're planning a future trip or simply indulging your wanderlust from afar, Piazza San Marco is a place that truly captures the imagination. Its beauty and significance have echoed through centuries, and its magic continues to enchant visitors from all corners of the globe. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow travel enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more virtual tours and travel guides to incredible destinations around the world.